G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. My resin has got to 36 degrees, so I'm going to quickly pour it out. I was hoping to catch it at about 33, but it's pretty warm in the studio. We're in summer here in Australia, so I stirred my resin for 4 minutes and then put it into my Let's Resin debubbling machine for another 5 minutes or so, and then took it out and it's already at temperature. So I'm just making sure it's touching the sides there. I mixed up 90 grams of part A and 85 grams of part B. Actually, it was 80 grams actually. So that's what I did. And I've got 20 grams in here for my white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 3D bloom. I'm going to use these two colors. I want them to spread a lot, so I'm using the Deco Rom, watermelon and mango. So we'll put watermelon in the center. So I'm going to do like a orange and yellow. See how that goes. There's 5 drops there. So I'm going to do 2 layers of blooms. I think I said to you in the last bloom video that I did, I was going to do 2 layers next time. So as per that, today is the day. See how nicely these spread? Some resins, like if they're really concentrated, sometimes they just don't spread all that well. They kind of stay in a little blob. So I'm using the Let's Resin Fast Cure resin, and I am just going to swirl the yellow a little bit. I can see a couple of bubbles actually now that I'm doing this. I can see a couple of bubbles on the edge, and then I'm just going to incorporate a little bit of that orange into my yellow. And I do want a dark orange center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do another 5 because I've kind of spread that out now. And I need to get that bubble out, which is in there, and that one out. I just like clinging to the edges. Pull it forward, and then I can just zap it with my, oh, it's gone. Don't torch your alcohol inks, okay? You know what happens when you torch alcohol. Don't do it. You can just flick them out and pick them up with your little tool. I think that's got them. All right, so that can just sit there for a minute. Just blend that out a little bit more. I think that'll do. All right, let's go. I have got 25 grams in there. I was going for 20, but I ended up with a little bit more, so I got 25. And today I think I'm just going to do, I'm going to wait till it comes to the surface, my bloom pigment paste. Wait till the drop comes to the surface and then stop squeezing. Otherwise you get a whole heap in there. So I'm just going to do 2 and see what that looks like. I think I want them to be quite sort of translucent today. So I'll give that a mix. So yeah, I'm going to do 1 layer of petals, and then once it's cured up, I'm going to go back in and do another layer of petals and see what that looks like. I don't like this harsh edge here that I'm getting with that yellow. See if I can blend that a little bit more to the outside. I am creating bubbles though while I'm doing that. Oh gosh. Hopefully they'll pop on their own. You can get my bloom pigment paste on my US Amazon store, and also my Australian eBay store. Links will be below. This is a 20 centimeter tray mold, and that will also be linked down below if you want to get yourself one of those. just a round mold, you know. It's just one of those pieces that everybody should have, a simple round mold. You can turn it into a bowl, you can make a clock, placemats, anything you like really. If I can torch that, yes. If you are going to torch it, you just need to wait until the alcohol has been evaporated. Okay, that's feeling pretty warm. Now, I haven't even decided what I wanted to do here. All I know is I want to do 2 layers. So you can see there where the white ends and then the tip of the bag is. I just like to sort of cut halfway between those two. I'll do it over here though. Try not to cut my glove. Alrighty. What I do want to do is I want to have some drops, like for stamen, around the center. So I'll do those first. See how they're spreading? Now that's from the alcohol ink. So, oh gosh. Hopefully they'll drop down on the other side. It's just, that's the alcohol ink affecting them, and hopefully they'll all sort of move in. Alrighty. Now what's going on here? Okay, let's see if I can pipe some petals now. Maybe I should only do 1 layer, oh gosh, because my dots now are going to be in the way. I mean, they will move towards the center. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I didn't want to put them too close to the center because the resin moves from the outside in, so I didn't want to have them, you know, too close. If I can fit another one in. Yeah, I should be able to. Little one in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and put like a little circle in each of those because I think that'll look pretty. And then when we come back to do the second layer of petals, I'm just going to sort of go over these, and I might do some in the middle as well because I'm not sure what those dots are going to look like. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? And that's to do it. So we just have to wait and see what it's going to look like. So any little blobs there, I'm just going to kind of smooth them out a little bit just so that they're not too heavy in one area and then you get that blob on the other side. So I'll just try and smooth those out a little bit. Not much I can do with these edges here. I don't want to sort of disturb my dots, my little stamens, so probably not a lot I can do with those. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the first layer. I'll give it probably about 4 hours. It doesn't have to be totally set, like to be able to unmold. I just need it to be set enough that I can do another layer on without it all falling in. I'm a bit worried about my dots. I probably shouldn't have made them come out so far, but it's done now, isn't it? It is what it is. Put a little bit more over there. I felt like that one was missing a little bit. All right, I'm going to cover this. I'm not going to torch it at the moment. Sometimes the heat can also affect what you're doing, so I'm not going, like your petals, so I'm not going to torch it just yet. I'll give it about half an hour and then come back. That's for my second layer, and we're all ready to go for the second layer. All right, so that is that one. Hopefully it will bloom beautifully, and I'll see you for the next layer. Look, you guys, it looks so different. I was hoping I'd have some white petals, but that yellow has totally spread out. The middle has closed up. So I am ready to do the next coat. So I've done the same thing. I've got the Resin Fast Cure. And it's on 36 degrees, so I need to get it out. I've done 95 grams of A, 90 grams of B. I've put 20 grams in there. I waited till it all got to the same temperature and then I poured it in there. Don't pour it in earlier because this is much deeper, so it's going to cure faster than that, and then you'll have different temperatures. So just do it all at once. I just need to make sure that I'm leaving enough for a top coat. If you pour your resin too thin, your bloom won't really work properly. It won't bloom. So I can add a tiny bit more. But yeah, I can't use all of that because I do want some left over for my top coat. Oops, there's something in there. There's something there. I don't know what that is. Things just fall in, don't they? They just fall in. All right, so 20 grams, 2 drops of bloom. Oh, I should have left it upside down. Normally I'd keep it like that so it's ready to go. I'll put that there. So it's ready to go next time. So give it a bit of a squeeze. If you're not sure how fast it's going to come out, just put your finger there, because sometimes it's closer to the edge than you think. Okay, there we go. 2 little drops. Close that. Wipe the top. So I'm not going to put any more colour in. There's plenty of colour. I was thinking actually while I was stirring my resin what colour I wanted to do the background. I don't want to do orange because I've already got that in there. I don't want to do yellow, obviously. Black. Sometimes yellow and black or pink and black sort of change as the resin heats. Sort of changes to a icky brownish tone. So yeah, I don't know why it does that. I think it's just as it gets hot. That changes colour, so I'm not going to do that. And I was thinking blue and I thought no, but how about a dark green? Do you think that would look nice? Like a really dark forest green. I think I might do that, or like a really dark teal, something like that. So I might do that. Just torch those little bubbles. So I'm not sure exactly what my petals are doing, the ones that I poured earlier. But they look as if they've all kind of been elongated. You can see where I did that. It's all moved down, and even that middle has moved down. So it spread really nicely. I was a bit worried that it wasn't going to spread, but it's yeah, it's bloomed really nicely. So we'll get that out. Let's do that. Put that in upside down now, and I don't have to worry about remembering to do it later. So I don't exactly know what I want to do with this. I think my dots are in the middle. Look, they should be, because the resin is all moving in at the same time, so it should be in the middle. You know, if your table's level, the resin should find its own middle. But I do know I want to see where I did that one there, and then I did that one there, and there's a gap in between. I want to do like a, just put your finger in it, woman. I want to do a petal there and then there. So I might do 2 rows like that, just so that everything's covered. So same again. We'll just take the tip off. I like to cut about that much off. You can always squeeze a little bit harder if you need more to come out, but you're better off not making the little hole too big. Otherwise the resin just drips out, and then because there's so much of it, it's quite heavy, and then it falls to the bottom. And you get your blobbies. Alright, so I'm going to go here. Try and get in between, if I can see where they are. Trying to get in between these. Okay, I think that's it. I don't have to worry about the back too much because we're not going to see this. one there, one there. So this is me closing up these areas here between the petals. Like so. And then what I think I'll do is I'm just going to go in. Oops, didn't mean to do that. This one up here should have been a bit further up actually. Should have made it a bit higher. I think that's, maybe I can go a little bit higher. Because the resin will move anyway. Okay, that'll do. All right, now I've got lots of little blobbies. So as you know, we need to get these blobbies smoothed out. It's blooming already, you guys. Wow, wowzers. Now I'm going to fix this up. I don't know how I'm supposed to fix that up. Where I made that little boo-boo. Best to do it now before the resin moves. But yeah, probably not going to see a lot of all of this because it's the back. I think I'll just go like this. Why not? I don't think you're going to see it anyway, but why not? There we go. Alright, so I used most of that. Used most of it. Oops, wrong end. Just trying to tidy things up a little bit. See, if you try to tidy up too much of this one, then the one below it can get affected. So sometimes it's just better to leave it. And I know it looks kind of a little bit untidy now, but it'll sort itself out. Oh, I missed one. As it all blooms and moves, it'll sort itself out. Hopefully it's going to look pretty. It's been a long time since I've done a double bloom. So yeah, keen to see what that's going to look like. I'm going to go and play with my greens. Do you want to come with me? We're going to see what greens we've got. Starting to bloom already. Look at that. And again, I'm not going to torch it just yet. I can see there's a few bubbles in there, but I'm not going to torch it just yet. Let's go around and I have my color coordinated. So, that's pretty. Stuck up pigs, boastful. It's got like a color shift in it, so that might be a good option. That one. Looking for something dark. There's the Color Passion as well. It's a paste. That's more of a green. I think I'm after more of a darker green. These are my lighter greens up here. And oh, this one's really dark. Winter green, it's really dark green. I think I may just stick with this one actually. I'm liking the look of that one. If it's not opaque enough, I'll add a tiny bit of that one because you can mix them together. See, there's all my colours. All right, so yeah, that's the resin that I used there, the Fast Cure. Comes in that size and then that size as well. All right, I will come back to you when it's time to put the top coat on. Looking good so far. This has cured enough for me to do the top coat. Look how much it's moved. Everything's moving in a lot today. I don't know why, it just is. All right, so I've put a big scoop in there. I haven't stirred my resin yet. I like to put the resin in, then add the colour, then stir. Otherwise, if I stir for 4 minutes, then I put the colour in, then I've got to stir for another minute. And look, that minute is important, okay? So I just put a big scoop in there. I won't close that up yet. I'll just see if that's enough. See what that's going to look like. I might add a bit more green actually. Just close that. I do get a lot of powder off the sides of that when I close it. I don't know if it's just me, but I have to be careful when I'm closing it up. All right, let's have a look at this one. Winter Ocean. Let's have a look and see what colour this is. It looks very dark. So this is giving me more of a blue at the moment. Let's just see what that's going to do. Yeah, I wanted a dark green. So we'll just see what that's going to do. Look at that. It has definitely got that sort of blue-green colour shift. I should turn my timer on. There we go, because I'm stirring as I'm checking colours. A little bit more. Okay, I think that will do. So I will continue to stir this for my 4 minutes, and then I will come back to you. It doesn't look as if this has done a lot. It's still nice and shimmery. It's a green blue color shift, which I think will look really pretty with the orange and yellow. I think that'll look really pretty. So I will see you once I finish stirring. Righto, my 4 minutes is up. I really don't know how much of this green we're going to see, because it's pretty much all yellow. There's a little bit on the edge there that's not yellow, but yeah, I didn't think I used that much yellow really. I know I did sort of, I did the swirls to sort of thin it out a little bit because I didn't want any of those sort of harsh edges that you can get sometimes. I wanted it nice and sort of smoothed out, which I think we're going to get, but I don't know that we're going to see any of this gorgeous green. Now I won't put too much on to start with because I really don't have much room at all. I'd have to make a puffy heart out of that. We'll see. Better off pushing it all to the edges, and then if you've still got a little bit of room, you can just sort of pour a bit in the middle and the resin will self-level, but just don't pour too much in if you're not sure, because it'll all flow over the edge and make a huge mess. So we'll just err on the side of caution and do it this way. Just using my stick to push. I'm not touching the mold, I'm just pushing like that to make a little wave, and the wave is then touching the edge of the mold. That way it's much neater finish. Okay, and you're making sure that everything is in contact with the edge there. It's a pretty colour, isn't it? It is a really dark green with a hint of blue. A bit more. Happy to fill it up all the way. And because it's a mica powder, you should get that movement. It moves from the sides. Look, I'm going to use it all. No puffy heart for me. I guess I could take a bit out. Just enough to do a puffy heart. I really love the colour. I'd like to do a puffy heart. I don't know if that's enough. I need 15 mils for a puffy heart. I know that much. Okay. Hopefully I've got enough. You can see it's already starting to move around away from the edge there. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Oh, hope I don't destroy my mold there. All right, let's just grab this puffy heart mold. It's had a bit of use. It's looking a little bit on the untidy side around the top, but it's still quite usable on the inside. Okay, let's see if I've got enough just to do this one here. Oh, I might just have enough. Look at that. By the time I've scraped this out, I should have enough. I just wait for it to run in there, around that little bail. I do like to fill my puffy hearts up so that they're doming, just because then when it cures, the resin sort of shrinks as it cures, and I don't want that little lip. See what it's doing? It's all moving in from the side, and that's exactly how a bloom works. Okay, all right, I'm going to cover this. Give it a bit of a spray with some isopropyl. Not that it's going to do much, it's the back. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's getting a bit late now. I'm going to go and have some dinner. Ordered pizza. So I'll probably just unmold this in the morning. All right, see you then. All right, it's the next day. And Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone has an amazing 2025. And this is ready. Now, just getting back to my nails, because, you know, I'm so excited about my nails. I have had the gold, the Peru on. I did that on Boxing Day, just in case anyone is interested. And I wanted something a little bit different for New Year. So instead of taking the whole thing off, I've got a little bit of regrowth there. You can see it's been a week. I just put some of the red, the Valentine, just on the bottom, like that. Look at that. I've got a totally new look. Anyway, they're coming off today. After I've done this video, they are coming off, and I'm going to do some different color. So anyway, moving on. I just love how sparkly they are. Let's get this one out. This was just our little leftover piece. Look at that. Very pretty. Okay, moving on to the main event. Now, I hope this is going to look pretty. Like I said, I don't even know if we're going to see any of the green through the actual petals because there was so much color. I will link this mold for you down in the description. Like I said, it's a really good one just to have. Very versatile round mold. Okay, wish me luck. I hope it works. I hope it's pretty. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, look at that! You can see the green. Wow, it's so pretty. Look at the center. That's worked really nicely. There's the edge. You can see the two different layers of petals that I did there. Floating above each other. So cool, isn't it, how that works? So there it is. It's probably a little bit, if I have anything negative to say about it, it's probably a little bit too much color. Like for me, I really like to see the white around the edge. So definitely going to do this again. I may even do the same colors, but just not do quite so much ink. But love the way those, look how they've bloomed. So you really do get that sense of 3D, don't you? Because you've got this layer here. See, this was the first one I did, that one there, with that little one in the middle. And then I've gone through at the back and added this one down here, which is sitting sort of underneath. It looks as if it's sitting underneath. So it really, really gives you that 3D look. And here, see, that's the one I poured first there, and then that one on the inside. And that one down the bottom there, it's sitting underneath. It is sitting underneath. You can see that it's sitting underneath and you get that double layer. So really happy with that. So let's do some more of these, the two layers. I know it takes a little bit of extra time, but if you're doing like a set of coasters, a set of 4, you could just do them all at once. That's so cool. All right, definitely going to do this again. Maybe I will do a set of 4 coasters, same colors. I don't know if I'll do a double again. This is a bit deeper. This is 1 centimeter deep, so it's about a quarter, no, more than a quarter. I can't, no, it's over a quarter. A centimeter. So anyway, we'll see what I'll do next time. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it. I really like the center. I was really worried about the center, but I really like it. All right, enough waffling on. I will see you all again for the next video. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now.